A very good morning, welcome. It's Jeff Laughton online at 10:45 on Saturday the 5th of July. Well, I managed to do 2 meetings yesterday at Doncaster in the afternoon and Beverly in the evening. I can't say overall my punting was profitable yesterday. However, I did meet some nice people who watch the channel, and it's always nice to meet like-minded people who like the racing. A big shout out to Ollie, who I met at Beverly, who put me on to a winner last night and I ignored it, so well done Ollie, and keep the winners coming. As I said to you a couple of days ago, I'm away at Newmarket's big meeting of the year next week, the July meeting, so I won't be doing a video after Tuesday. If you want to know what I will be backing at Newmarket and all my other bets from Wednesday onwards, I've set up a special group just for those 4 days from Wednesday to Saturday. If you're interested, drop me an email or respond to the telephone number that I've left below. Now, there are 3 huge bets up today on the private service, and I've had quite a substantial layout, so I'm hoping these all win. And if you do want to know what they are, again, drop me an email, jefflawtonmanagement@gmail.com. Right, let's get cracking, but you've been with me long enough now to know what I think of Saturdays. They're an intended minefield for you to do your money. There are 6 meetings today, over 40 races to go through. Most are geared up for the bookmakers to win, and we don't want to play in those. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you know when these videos go up. Do that now, please. And we'll start at Sandown. In the 3 o'clock, the listed race, there are plenty of improvers here, but the 2 I'd be most interested in would be Blue Bolt and Supermodel. I was very taken with the way that Blue Bolt quickened away from a decent field last time. Ignore what the winning distance was, because after going about 5 or 6 lengths clear, I thought she just got a bit lonely. I think she could be smart, and I think she'll take a lot of beating today. In the 3:35, the Coral Eclipse, which is always one of my favourite races where generations clash. Ruling Court won the 2,000 guineas back in May, but didn't look as good at Royal Ascot when only finishing 3rd in the St James's Palace. Delacroix went off 2-1 favourite for the Epsom Derby, but never ran a race. And the French horse Saucy, who won this year's Group 1 Prix Gannet and the Group 1 Prix d'Ispahan, also looks quite useful. But the Gosden's Ombudsman has always been held in the highest regard, and after finishing second on comeback in the Brigadier Gerard Stakes, he absolutely ran riot in the Group 1 Prince of Wales Stakes at the Royal Meeting. He tried 3 or 4 times to get a run down the straight, and he was stopped each time. But when Buick managed to get him out to the outside, he quickened away impressively, and I think he could be very hard to beat here. In the 4:12, the 2 at the front of the market here, City of Points and Dance in the Storm, could both be anything. City of Points won his last 2 races impressively, but they were only in a maiden and a novice race. Whereas Dance in the Storm ran over this course and distance 3 weeks ago in a handicap, when she was held up in rear before quickening impressively up the straight. That was her first ever run on turf, and although she's gone up £7, she could still be in front of the handicapper. Over at Haydock in the 205, this is a strong handicap, and Valiancy looks a typical William Haggas handicap plot. He's been brought along steadily and won easily last time at Hamilton. This could be a very lenient mark of 80, but my worry is this is only his 4th ever start, and he is mixing it with some battle-hardened rivals. As I said, he could be incredibly well handicapped, but I think I prefer to watch on this occasion. Up at Beverly in the 2:13, Carlberg's Strength of Spirit won one of those expensive sellers at Chester last time, and connections went to 42,000 guineas to buy him back. He did quicken up impressively, to be fair, but the fact that he went off at odds of 17-2 in a cellar suggests it took them a little by surprise. Circle of Magic cost €260,000 and ran quite well in a Newbury novice race, which has thrown up several winners. But my strongest message comes for Charlie Johnson's Vincenzo Perugia, who cost an eye-watering 550,000 guineas and is owned by Ammo Racing. Before he went to Hamilton, I was told he was smart, but he wouldn't want cutting the ground, and he would probably be a non-runner. They did run, however, and the ground was good to soft. And that would have been a fair run, but I can tell you he's come on a ton for that, and he gets faster ground today, but most importantly, he gets 7 furlongs. With normal improvement, he could be the one here. I've nothing to report at Carlisle, where it's soft ground and it's one of those silly gimmicky meetings just for female jockeys. Definitely not for me to be betting in. At Nottingham in the 6:23, the Charlie Appleby horse Silent Applause is by far the best form in the race, having finished second over this course and distance last month in a race that's worked out particularly well, but he is priced accordingly. At Leicester in the 8:18, Optimatum of Charlie Johnson's runs here after failing to turn up at Doncaster yesterday. It's quite a strange one, this, because yesterday he was only due to carry a £5 penalty, but because new ratings take effect on a Saturday, he now carries £8 instead of the £5 yesterday, more than when he won 9 days ago here. He was impressive that day, and if they want to run with £3 more in the saddle, it suggests to me that they think he's very well handicapped. In the 6:48, Sweet Sonata of Rod Millman's looked good when she won at Goodwood 3 weeks ago. That was of a marker 66, and the £4 rise in the weights shouldn't make the difference between winning and losing. So that's all the race I'm going to cover today. Remember, I'm not going to be online after Tuesday, so if you want to know what all my bets are for the July meeting at Newmarket and all the rest of those from Wednesday to Saturday, either send me a text to the number that I've left below or drop me an email. There'll be no video tomorrow, so I will speak to you on Monday. Many thanks for dropping by.